Welcome to the 5th round of the Legacy Challenge. We are up against someone who might be on, well, basically Omni-Sneak, I wanna say. I hope that's not the case, but at least this hand has the potential to go off before he can kill us, but it's gonna be hard. Also, did I mention that the kind of avatar my opponent uses always scares me? Like, whenever you face somebody deep down in a tournament, and they have one of the standard avatars that are like considered rather boring, it scares me a little bit. Because I feel like, okay, they're really just all about the grind and they don't care for any aesthetics and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna... Sorry. I meant... I got so lost in this shit. Okay, I meant to play the Heritage Druid. So basically, my initial idea was to get the Dryad Arbor and that way get to have a better glimpse, but then I realized, okay, so if we actually end up drawing the Nettle Sentinel next turn, then I'd rather have the Heritage Druid to play. This is how we do it. So the game comes over to me, and I know that I'm blessed when it comes to top decking with Elves, and the game is like, you know what, Julian? You're actually gonna draw the exact card that would be amazing to draw here. How about that? And I'm like, no, let's not do that. Anyway, so yeah, basically the idea would have been to draw Nettle Sentinel like I just did. So we could go Heritage Druid, Nettle Sentinel, Gaia's Cradle, Glimpse, Heritage Druid, and then have about, I would say, a 85% chance to win the match. Probably more. To win the game. But that didn't work out. So I'm gonna run out the Heritage Druid here as well, because I think there's a very good chance that my opponent kills one of my creatures, having played a Bloodstained Mire. If he kills us here, if he's on Storm or something, he kills us here, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Actually, I'm not. Like, I'm not the kind of player... Oh, no. Oh. Breathe. Entomb. Oh, Fatal Push. Oh, so much better. Okay. I'm super emotional about this shit. I'm not that emotional. Like, I'm an emotional guy, but I'm not, like, that emotional. Oh, damn. I don't know how to say this, but... maybe he had Force of Will anyway, but then we would have traded for Force of Will. Anyway, okay, so let's get back into this game. We will draw an extra card of Visionary, hope to make a land draw, or draw maybe another Heritage Druid or Virtual Ranger, and then try to get there with the Glimpse of Nature next turn. Oh wow, that's an aggressive force. If you are forcing this aggressively, I would think that you have something really good on the next turn. And apparently it's not gonna be Liliana. I mean, if I had maybe... Nah, if he had Liliana, he certainly wouldn't force there. So what is he gonna do? Can't play True Name. I guess he wants to cast another hymn to get us. No, just Fatal Push. Okay, maybe he wants to constrict our mana. Having seen this, it's probably Grixis control. So time to. Actually, am I gonna? No, I'm gonna try for the Glimpse here. Like, I was thinking I'm gonna run out the Frontal Knives, then probably lose one of my creatures, and then draw a card and try to get there. But that's not necessarily what need. Okay, so he's playing it very defensively. Okay. So now technically we can't even win here. I'm gonna run out the... Or do I run something out? I could also not run out anything. Yeah, I just hope he finds... Okay, it's gonna be a pretty tough thing to happen. He can't find this card, he can't find Force of Will, and he can't find a removal spell. So he needs to find, like... Land? Land is one of the cards. True Name Nemesis, Baleful Strix... I don't know. Baleful Strix even gives him a redraw. But I guess it gives him a redraw on a card he already saw. Okay, I think now that I have this, I'm gonna run out all of the guys and then bounce one of them at end of turn and try to go for like a really good glimpse, but the more times you give him on chase, the harder it's gonna be. Okay. Know him one time. somebody followed while I was recording. Thanks a lot, Darkeem76. Maybe somebody's gonna like make a donation or something, or follow, like pledge on Patreon while I'm streaming, while I'm recording. Okay, it's not great, but I really need to get somewhere, and there's at least a very small chance that this can do something. Looks like forcible. Okay. These are the kind of games, like when you fall behind, you can't really do that with Elves. Like you can't fall behind with Elves. It's just something you can't do. Because when you do, it snowballs and you lose. And then people look at the game and they're like, oh, this deck is so good against Elves, it has all these removal spells. And that's true. If Elf stumbles, it stumbles hard. And then it's really hard to get back once the opponent establishes like a recurring source of card advantage. That's the thing. Trading 1-for-1 against Elves is it's almost like a recipe for disaster unless you have like chases. I think I'm gonna actually lose the Dryad Arbor here. Because eventually Elves actually has inevitability on you, and that's why I find it so weird, for example, when people play Miracles, and some people still to this day actually take out chases against Elves, which is, I think, actually one of the 10 worst things that people do in Legacy. So yeah, anyway. I think our chances... How many forces has he actually used up yet? 2... So I was about to say, so we need to find either Senate or Visionary, but now it doesn't even matter. I think I'm gonna concede here. Let's just head into the second game and make our thing. So these are fine. Have we played against this already? I think we did. Oh yeah, I remember how I bought it there. So I took out this and this, and then you can certainly take out some of these. Definitely 2 of these. And I think you can take out a Cradle. This kind of reminds me of how I used to sideboard. Submission received. We are not gonna submit to the opponent. It's unfortunate that Meekstone, you can either get like this artwork or the ugly, I don't even know what's it called, invention artwork, whatever, but you can't get like the original black bordered one. Like the artwork here, actually I kind of like it, but I don't like that it's white bordered. Like 7th edition foil Meekstones are one of the few cases where I would actually be happy to play the newer artwork over the original artwork, because to me, like whenever you can get the original artwork in foil, that's probably the highest level of pimp that you can achieve, especially since most of the time that's the old frame. Basically, yeah, so basically it goes like old frame always on top of any new frame card, and then after that it goes like original art always, no, actually it goes foil over non-foil, and then it goes original art over later art. So I think that makes sense. That also explains why I like the foil Meekstone over the original Meekstone. Yeah, I think that's how like my grades of pimpness that will go. Language wise, I think consistency is more important than exotic languages. And also when it comes to foil, I'd rather have everything in foil or nothing in foil. Both of these I rate higher than having like only a couple of cards in foil, except for my foil Russian Ooze that I actually do use, because it was a gift from a friend from Russia, so I just feel like I really... Oh. Hand could be really good, but it looks like we're on the way to X and 2. That's just like, if you play Elves, you have to accept that it's not always in your hands. It's not always that you get to decide how the games play out. At least the opponent also mulligan to 6. So there's a chance that we can get him on a choke, but it's not very likely. Actually, it's almost okay, because if he's only got Forcible to defend it, we can play around that. If he's only got him, we can deal with that. Yeah, so we can actually maybe stick the choke next turn. Usually I would really take the chase here, like, and I might actually, no, I can't. I have to like have variants work in my way. Usually I like to take the card advantage stuff, like him technically is card advantage, but it's really bad. I could also gamble. I could actually gamble really hard. Like, if he finds Badlands probably, and then goes for Underground Sea, and then I get to keep choke plus a land. No, I think, but if he sticks chase, He's still very far from sticking chase though. Ah, okay, we're gonna take him. This is not the highest variance play. I should have, like, there's a good chance that the correct thing would be to take chase and just like hope that he misses on the him. Maybe the glimpse can get us back into the game. So let's get chase, bolt, snapcast damage. Okay, now this is awkward. Oh, I should have played the Pendlehaven, by the way. Because now he's gonna... Actually, is he gonna snapcast him? I'm not even sure. No, of course not. Oh, this is actually... I accidentally made the correct play. Because now he's probably gonna play chase, I would think. And then I can attack chase down to 1 on the Dry Arbor attack. Then he still has like 2 Badlands, which can deal with my stuff. Oh yeah, he has Lightning Bolt. Oh, he's hymning us. Okay. He kept to keep the pendant. I would have rather kept the glimpse in this case. It's also a little awkward because I'm not sure if I want to get the Dryad Arbor here because then it gets lightning bolted. But if he finds, like, if he goes for chase brainstorm and finds a land or a fetch land, then he can take out the Dryad Arbor nevertheless. But then he needs to actually use the his volcanic island, which remains tapped. So I think it's still a problem because chase is such a problem. But this way probably gives me a little better chance of winning. Damn. Sylvan Library. Actually, the thing that would take Elves to the next level would be a way to deal with Planeswalkers. And by that I mean like a card that deals with Planeswalkers, but also has some tribal synergies, and is not horrible when you get it like against a deck that doesn't play Planeswalkers. Maybe we wanna play... Nah. I was about to say like Liliana's Defeat, but... Also the problem with Chase is like, if you deal with Chase, they already got the Brainstorm in, which is like more than +1 card advantage, kind of, almost. Like it's +1 card advantage plus a ton of card quality. I guess that's how you can say it. So if you actually like have to spend mana on killing Chase, and it's not even guaranteed to work, it's so awkward, it's so bad. So maybe we just keep doing what we do against Chase. Yeah, so this is actually what I was foreseeing happening. The problem is Chase still eventually gets us, and we're drawing just way too many lands here. Usually thinning isn't worth it, but since our life total doesn't matter at all in this matchup, I'm actually going to go for it here with the forest. Actually, I could keep it, because the thinning effect is almost non-existent, but like life total does have issues. There's something about life total, but it's not that important. But if he starts plussing Chase, but apparently he's not plussing Chase, so I guess it's okay. Also, this fetchling can't find anything anymore now. I'm gonna run out this. And then he can Snapcast or Bolt this if he wants to, then uses the island again. Actually, the sooner he starts plussing Chase, the better for us, because if he keeps like just plus brainstorming, he can actually beat us with just the Badlands and the couple of lands that he eventually finds. Like he can beat us with just Liliana, which is actually what might happen here. Oh, he part pluses, okay, so I guess he already has enough stuff to get us there. Since he did that, I should have... Oh, okay, so I'm not playing this very well. Should have played the Heath. Not that it matters much, but... I don't know what's happening in this game. Maybe the last game that really got to me. This is like a test of mental endurance. It's not as bad as it used to be against like the old Miracles, where you had to like hang in there for like 20 minutes, because like once every 20 games you could still steal a win from a very unlikely position. Opponent puts on top. I think he's gonna put everything on top at this point. And yeah, that's just something you have to do if you really want to grind out the win. Visionary is fine. Visionary is actually one of the better draws you could get here. I'm actually surprised he left it on top. It opens up some potential of us to draw a Violwood Symbiote here, whereas like a naked Violwood Symbiote wouldn't be as good. You could actually make a case for keeping the Finton Elves in hand now that I played it. I think I still like playing it. But like one way we could try to beat him here is to eventually find a glimpse and then glimpse him out. But it's not very likely. Like that plan fails if he finds a single force, and since he already started plussing Chase, maybe he's got a force? I don't know. I guess if his plan is for us to never find any relevant cards, then you can also start plussing Chase without the force. Beast Within, that would be a card. Interesting choice. Do you pick Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt here? I think you pick Fatal Push. Yeah. Because Lightning Bolt can also go to the head. Or to Nissa. One reason to leave Fatal Push there would be that it's... Once you actually get to flash it back, which is not guaranteed, it's better against Ooze. But Chase minus is already pretty good against Ooze. Okay, here comes the Strix. Man, these Badlands. Oh, you brainstormed the Chase, okay. And don't even want to attack here. I think I'm going to run out the Heritage Shoot, because Heritage Shoot actually can attack. I'm not attacking with Visionary, because there's a chance that if we find Symbiote, then we can establish that kind of engine. But this is tough. Like, I think our odds here are less than 5% actually. He pluses on himself. That's interesting. Is he looking for something? He puts the card to the bottom and plays a fetch land. This is not great. Okay, actually one way we can still win this is if we find... So that's also why I'm not going to attack now. If we find Kraterhoof plus Cavern, that attacks for 16, 17 actually with the Pendelhaven if we have enough mana. Which we probably don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. But that would actually be lethal, but it's super unlikely to work because if the opponent has a single removal spell, we only attack for 10. And lose the Kraterhoof to the Strix. Decay, huh? Oh, it's not great, but at least it's a plan. There's only like 20 different ways that this can go wrong. But we have to attack Chase here, and then the Pendelhaven is gonna help us out. Maybe? Oh yeah, I was about to say, if he doesn't block, I think I'm not even gonna use Pendelhaven. Because that way we get guaranteed 2 damage in on Chase. Whereas if he has a removal spell here, then we're only getting 1 point of damage. And also this way we get to at least somewhat play around Chemotherapy. Colorgun's oh. It's all fine, we can still draw something. Oh my god, our opponent has 9 cards in hand. I think I'm gonna take the next draw step and then call it a day, I think. This card is so much worse against them than against Miracles. You know what you need? You need Beseecher plus Natural Order. That would be something. Like Beseecher, they are not playing Wastelands. Opponent might even attack us here. Actually, it's probably not worth it. He's gonna win his Chase anyway. Okay, let's see what we can find. Did he plus on somebody? I think he plussed on himself, if at all. Yeah, Chase monster, draw 3. Oh no, he brainstormed, okay. So... Okay, Sylvan Library, it's super unlikely to work, but let's at least try. The thing about Sylvan Library is he can even just let it resolve if he wants to. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, and now we're gonna call it a day. It's not worth it. This was unfortunate. I made a pretty stupid mistake in the first game, even though it probably didn't end up mattering, but at least I got to show you what we could have done, so I guess that's what you're here for in the first place, to play better than I did, even though I know better. But basically, and this is a case of do as I say, not as I do, if you get the idea. So yeah, see you next round.
You have lost the match.
Indeed.